It is quite empowering to know that we have strong, intelligent and hardworking women among us within our communities, also within our countries, who are doing tremendous work to contribute towards the development of our people, especially for themselves as individuals. What better way to recognize their efforts than through the Westpac WOW Awards? Hello, I am Miriam Rakone and welcome to this episode of Women's World, where I will be sharing with you inspirational stories from the awardees of the Westpac WOW Awards and the tremendous work that they have carried out within our communities. The 12th Westpac WOW Awards was held on the 10th of March this year, an extravagant event which annually recognizes the achievement of Papua New Guinean women who have and are contributing tremendously to the development of our country through the various works they carry out. The awards are awarded to nominees that fall under 7 categories, namely the ExxonMobil Public Sector Award, Young Achievers Award, the Sports Award, PricewaterhouseCoopers Private Sector Award, SP Bury's Entrepreneur Award, and the Not-for-Profit Award. The Westpac WOW Awards is for all women in all parts of the country of all ages, educational background levels, and from all professional walks of life.
I'm Wayland Mesa, 24 years of age, and I'm from a mixed parentage of East New Britain and Morobeh. And I recently graduated from the Papua New Guinea University of Technology with a bachelor's degree in architecture, and I currently work with ExxonMobil. For the Westpac WOW Awards, I was fortunate enough to receive 2 awards, the first one being the Young Achievers Award, and the second one as the overall winner Westpac Women of the Year Award. Yeah, so this was after or in follow-up with one of my friends nominating me for the Westpac Women Award by the name of Len Awinu. So I see that he believed in me for the work that I do. So I actually can carry out community projects, community work in various different communities, as well as in schools as well, around Lay City, because I grew up in Lay. And yeah, so basically, going into rural communities and helping to build their lives and like advocating for change and stuff like that. But one of the community that really stood out of the rest was the Tami Island community, which is my own village. So Tami Island is an island outside of Finchafeno, Morobeh province. So basically, what I was doing was trying to impart a change to the community, like looking at it like there's an imbalance in society, in a sense that in more urban areas we have we're fortunate enough to have so many access to different things, and like for example our education level, the services that we receive, as well as other advantages as well. Unlike for people in rural areas, they're less fortunate in the sense that they have limited amount of resources to help sustain their lives in a growing modern society like what we as Papua New Guineans are trying to live up to. So basically I started when I was still in high school, about 6 years ago. So we, with the help of a couple of my friends and my family, we started carrying out awareness in the community. We took out like a weekend trip, and we did awareness and advocated to the community, basically teaching them everything and anything that we knew about, like in corruption, bad leadership or good leadership, for example, transparency and how to manage communities, and also human rights and the importance of education, as well as climate change, which was one of the major concerns of the community, because they weren't really aware of what was happening in their community as well. So basically we were educating or making known of what it's unknown to them. Yeah, so that was it all started with just an awareness.
Raylands has done tremendously to educate her people back home of the realities that exist around the issue of climate change and how to lessen the effects, especially on her island home of Tami.
At the primary school, or not the primary school, but there was a school on the island, and it was a community school, and there was a problem that gave me like a flag. So it would be like I met a student who was 25 years old doing grade 5. Like in our right minds, 25-year-olds already working. I mean, in this society, this posed like a problem. So I investigated more, trying to find out what was actually happening. So I came to realize that there weren't enough teachers, there weren't enough classrooms, there weren't enough desks, there weren't enough books. So there's lack of resources in that community school. And it was still a community school in 2013, that time when I started. So one of the major things that we worked on was we were trying to build the school, because I advocated to the people that education is important, and if we stress on education, getting our people educated, we can bring change to our communities, in our families, and so forth. Morobe province or Morobian societies are mostly patrilineal societies, and women are said to, sit back and listen, and men are just, it's only the men that are always involved in the decision making and even in talking or like doing other things in the community as well. So for me to, get there and stand out there, at first it was a challenge, but having to gain the respect from the community and the people themselves, I think it's a challenge, but I was able to overcome it as well. I'd love to travel to as much countries as I could in the world, but the country that I would choose is Papua New Guinea itself, because I still need to explore, I really want to explore like the different parts of the country and the cultures, because in itself it's so unique, and with different cultures, different environmental conditions, and different people, it's like everywhere you go you meet lovely and loving people around, and I want to get to really understand like how people are like in my country and the culture itself, and just going out there, because I was given the opportunity to represent Papua New Guinea in a number of events before, which had posed this challenge that I'm representing my country. What do I know about my country? What can I bring to my country? So if I was to choose any country in the world, I'll go for Papua New Guinea. My favorite dish is a traditional dish, and it's from the Morobian coastline. It's called tong tong, but they do it with breadfruit and coconut milk. So I love it with fish, and yeah, so that's the dish I'd go for. I have a lot of female role models, but there's one that stands out, and that would be my mother. Her name is Jenny Warmang Mesa, and I think the reason being why I chose her is that ever since I was a child and growing up, she's always been the role model. She's always been the one I look up to, and the challenges that she faces every day, the strength and the courage that she has, it inspires me to push on a little further than she had. And she taught me almost everything that I know, of being content, of being, having a heart for someone, having to work hard and persevere and actually achieve your dreams at the end of the day. And not forgetting that there are other people around you, to be considerate about them and all that. So basically my female role model would be my mother. For me personally, my hope for women in Papua New Guinean women is to see more Papua New Guinean women being educated, like well educated in some sense, and getting out there and pursue their career or their dream career or whatever they want to do, whether it be like graduating from university or a technical school, as long as they're educated to a level that they'll be able to provide for their families. As like, for example, I've seen in like the gradual increase in women graduating from like universities, like in the last 10 years and looking now, we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. So basically my dream would be, to see more Papua New Guinean women like going out there and taking those responsibilities. We belong to every society, and we pose no marks on ourselves to be seen differently. We belong to every society, we belong to every levels of the community, whether it be the highest or the lowest. Whatever dreams that we want to achieve, let's strive for it. We push on like with hard work and perseverance. I know that we can achieve like whatever we want to do as long as we do it with our hearts.
Thank you for staying with us. You are watching Women's World. Next up.
Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any questions regarding the video or of my experience or exposure, like I already clarified a couple of questions, just comment below, leave a message, and I shall get back to you in my next video. Thank you.